Alrighty, what is up guys? Evanaldo here. Welcome back. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a thumbs up. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Main theme here is there's a decent probability that we could kind of end up similar to what happened in April of 2022, March and April of 22. Kind of like this is our post Super Bowl rally. And fun fact, you're seeing the green Heikin-Ashi candle right here. You saw it. It confirms in 17 days, closes in 17 days. A lot can happen in the next 17 days. That was around right here in March. You weren't able to close it. You were turning green, but you were not able to close it. You got up to about 48. You weren't able to close the candle green. Then you just reversed. The difference here is now we're printing a green dot in the monthly, and obviously this is the sure sign usually that you've bottomed out. Now it could be different. Definitely could be different this time because like the 16-day on Bitcoin and both Ethereum on Bitcoin, the 16-day here, for the first time ever, this did not give you the bottom. See right there, you got the 16-day there. It wasn't the bottom. We made a lower low. Here it gave you the bottom, and here it gave you the bottom. So it could be different this time. We could confirm that monthly green dot, maybe, and even confirm the green here, and then roll over still possibly. Or we could just confirm neither of these, especially if you dump down a lot in the next 17 days. We'll see what happens, but I wouldn't get too excited by it overall just yet. And the other thing I want to show you here that's pretty important to look at is this 3-day blue triangle. The last time we had this was exactly at the top of this rally at the end of March, and then look what happened in April. You crashed a ton. I mean, you crashed down in the next, so it was 2 months here about, I'm trying to see where that was, about 63%. So that's going to be rough if you crash from 63%. We cleaned out all the shorts. I'm not saying you're definitely going to go down that low, but there's definitely that possibility here. I mean, as we get into the recession, things could get rough. We scared away all the shorts now. Funding fees are now positive. The funding fees for Ethereum were insanely positive right now. So you just chased everybody out shorting. You reset the market. This was a big cleanse that you kind of need to come down farther in a lot of ways. That's why I was really hesitant the last few days to enter any shorts. Finally, we're seeing some confirmations that I've been talking about for the last few days that I've been waiting for very patiently here to enter shorts. So now I'm kind of entering those shorts. And if you guys are interested in that, there's a link in the description below to my exclusive Discord where I give you this trade signals, entries, take profits, stop losses. Really good community as well there, really educational group. Not right 100% of the time, but we do have some really good trades there. Check it out if you're interested. The link in the description below. So that's the thing I'm looking at here. Also, you're in the green on the 3-day throughout this bear market. Coming into the green didn't give you too much. Usually just, rolled around. I mean, even in the bull market, it didn't give you, when you're still in the bull market there, it didn't give you too much. But that blue triangle, with the blue triangle here, I would be pretty cautious. Confirms that day in 6 hours. That can mark the end of this rally here. We're seeing a lot of things that we need to see to potentially top out here. Now, there could be some wicks up. We get the holiday on Monday. Traditional markets are closed. Could be more wicks up, so I would set stop losses very leniently or wait till Tuesday to enter. That would make sense too. Be patient. You can almost never be too patient sometimes, especially in these rallies. But we're hitting this big spiral line too. The spiral lines typically are very good. Also, what we want to look at too for places to enter. I have entered an ETH short. I have not entered a short in Bitcoin. 16-hour through the 20-hour red dots to confirm maybe really good places to look because we haven't seen an anchor wave this high in a while. Usually high anchor waves. I'd have to go really back far to show you an anchor wave this high. Maybe this one was the closest we have recently. And oh yeah, right here was that kind of that exact top there. And so we're getting close here. We pumped up a lot, and in a lot of ways, I just want to show you the 3-day too. You see the pump up, see all that green, and then right down. All that green, then right down. That's a big probability here. That's a big possibility here. Now, if we go to some of these lower time frames, we got the 8-hour red dot as you're hitting that point. That's a high anchor wave. That's pretty bearish. Also, what you're finally seeing here is you're finally seeing money flow start to curve down as you're confirming bearish divs on the 4-hour and the 5-hour. This is the first time on the 4-hour since here that you confirmed kind of the money flow, confirmed the bearish div with the money flow coming out. Money flow is even more overheated now, so that makes it look more bearish. there's a decent probability. I'm not saying you can't get wicks up. I'm not saying you can't even have even more of a crazy. I mean, anything could happen. Have more crazy wicks up to 22, 23K, maybe even 24K. Who knows? But this would be a big point, or this would be a point. I don't think you're getting up to 24K. If you do, it's going to take more time. Those are big areas. That's a big probability that we could have topped out here. People are excited. A lot of people are saying that we're entering a new crazy bull run. Maybe up to 100K. That's never really happened historically. Just to go from the bear market into a bull run, usually have you the accumulation phase first. So probably the best case scenario is just more sideways at these general levels for a year, in between 15K to 25K for this year is what you could see a lot of. But you also, look at money flow coming out here. This is a money flow crossover at the top in the 15-minute. That could be more bearish as well. So, yeah, I mean, you do kind of almost have a reverse head and shoulders. That would probably give you a technical target at this spiral line, 21.8. So that's a big place to potentially wait and look for. But, yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say we probably topped out, other than maybe a few more wicks up or something. I think we probably topped out here. There's a good probability. Moving on to Ethereum. So same thing kind of on Ethereum. Look at the pattern here. Blue triangle, green dot, down. Blue triangle, green dot, down. Most likely we're getting very close to the top if we have not topped out. I mean, the next big place is going to be 1725. I don't know if you can make it that high. I really don't think you can make it that high. It could even be, this is the one in March. It could be similar to this jump up in March, and then you finally see, the reckoning here. You finally see the major reckoning here, coming down 75%, which is not too crazy. 400, I don't think we're gonna come down that low, but somewhere between kind of this spiral line and this spiral line is where I think we'll bottom out. Somewhere in mid to late this year is what I think. So that's a big thing on Ethereum as well. Also wanted to show you guys, this has been a Bitcoin dominant rally. Bitcoin dominance has gone up during this rally, which is good for kind of the Bitcoin holders, but bad for the altcoin holders, because they're still kind of, some of them definitely outperformed Bitcoin in the last last few days, but it means once we correct, most likely this is going to keep going up, because this looks so bullish too on the monthly. Look at that. And the altcoins will really bleed against Bitcoin. So I really don't think this is a good place to get into long-term altcoin accumulation. And you probably want to be looking to short altcoins a little bit more than shorting Bitcoin. And the big thing I'm looking at here, well, first of all, for long-term accumulation, wait till this gets into the red, which may happen in a few months. If this gets into the red, that's going to be a good place to start accumulating altcoins. Gets into the red in a few months. And the other thing, too, that I want to show you guys in terms of this, just like Bitcoin and ETH, bearish div money flow coming out right here. So that's what we want to look at, too. That's a decent probability that we hit the top. I'm not saying we did hit the top, but there's a good shot here. This one confirms in about 5 hours. You don't have the money flow coming out yet on the 8-hour, but you're so overheated. It's been a while since we've been that overheated. And, you're running into some major traffic right here, 35 cents. So that's a big area to look. Also, 2-day blue triangle. These have been very good throughout the bear market. I don't see any reason to believe you won't just make a lower low and come down to 15 cents in the next few months. That's probably where we could start talking about a potential bottom. That could be the place to start talking about a potential bottom. But then Bitcoin may outperform Cardano until like the end of the year, September into October, maybe even into December of this year. But so then if you want to start outperforming Bitcoin, then you get into altcoins at the end of the year. A lot of people don't understand that too well. They just get too excited by these altcoin pumps. Usually the pump, unless you're going into that crazy bull run, which probably isn't going to happen, usually the pump doesn't give you what you need if you're just FOMOing in on it. So the other thing here, same deal as everything else in Solana. I just wanted to show you Solana because it's topical, pumped up a lot. You get some green and then you just roll over. So that's what I think is most likely probably going to happen here. And the thing I'm looking at, you're not seeing it yet. Well, actually, you're not seeing it yet. I want to see a bearish div in the 4-hour, the 5-hour, just like what I've been talking about on Cardano here for a potential thing to look at. So the last thing I want to show you guys too is just look at the S&P 500 right here. You have a blue triangle, a green dot, and then you get the red dot down. And these are pretty big drops down. Look at how this was in the beginning of April right here into March. It's the same thing we were looking at Bitcoin. The charts are similar. That was a 21% drop down. Maybe you repeat that, 21% drop down over the next few months. That's into April, 21% down. If you come down that much for the S&P 500, Bitcoin would probably come down at least 30, 40%. So I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I think it's going to be a tough, battle downward. I think things are going to be, rougher going forward. I think this was just a pretty big, giant. This is one of the biggest short squeezes I've ever seen, actually, in terms of just resetting the market, just getting a lot of people out who are shorting. So now you could finally go down. I'm not saying you can't get more wicks up. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible for this to come up a little bit higher, go up to 40, this high again, 405 or something. But I kind of think at least most likely once we get the next red dot here in, next few days, sometime next week, you'll come down with everything, and that'll be a big pullback for the market. So that's all I got, guys. Please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, check out my exclusive Discord, like I mentioned. Check out my Twitch, link in the description below. Live streams are now exclusively on Twitch. Also, check out the link for BITGET if you want to trade. You do need to use a VPN if you're in the US or Canada. I believe now there's a few places where you do need to use a VPN, so check that out. Really good promo going on right now. I like BITGET a lot. And if you want to get my trading course, if you're new at trading, want to learn basic technical analysis, some of my trading strategies, risk management, all that type of stuff, link in the description below. A lot of people have really liked it. There's a discount code down below as well. All right, guys, I want you to have a good one. Goodbye.